Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Bulldogs offense will have the first possession of the game. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. When it comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the stadium.
Running toward the tape. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Odom. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Looking for space. It's Parrish. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Dogs left no doubt about who is king of the Peach State the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. It wasn't close. And listen, Georgia's had a lot of wins in this series. Georgia Tech's going to need to find some confidence, some belief. Something needs to go good early because Georgia has owned the upper hand in this series.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Leaves it with the back. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain. Those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
They've got the screen set up. Quick step and go. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll run it from the gun. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to get to him. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Touch pass on the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Working the middle, it's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Schneider. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. This crowd knows when to bring it. They want to just keep throwing it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Trying to move them on the counter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The defense gets bailed out after giving up that big play, coming back because of the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver shows motion. On the ground, it's Higgins. At the 35, he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. On the option. Quick toss. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, look out. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make the big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He wants to throw. Got his man on the right.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Looking to throw on second down. Spits it out to the back. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the air on third and short. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's Hurley. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And that last carry pays off with a C note, already at 100 yards.
And he's done it with so much balance and so much power and so much speed. He's really shown you that he's a great back in a multitude of ways. And guess what? It's still the first half.
Looking for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Steps away to find some room. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll throw one to his right. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not his natural form. They don't make awkward body catches as gracefully as some of these other guys, and it's sometimes harder for them to stay on his feet. Let him work. Get him the ball in the chest. Nice job bailing out his QB, but the QB's got to return the favor.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Schneider. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And that pass is caught at the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for it all. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Throws toward the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far, and you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Dogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hurley. Going deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They're going to throw it again. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Got his man on the outside. And that one did not work. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense drags him down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll bring it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about shipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Quarterback on the keeper. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the side because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away to buy time. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Throws to the tight end. Got it! And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Hurley. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they own this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
And he puts through the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
To throw, it's Hurley. Going over the top. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, the running back looking for room. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll pull it down. Oh, what a move! And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And they got him for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up.
He's going to fire deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet you don't.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Sweet feet on the move.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Might as well give it to him again. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback moving. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Got his man quickly. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. DB's right up on the receivers. The aerial assault continues. What a snag by the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. On the option. He'll toss it. Finds a crease at the 20. Nothing but green ahead. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And how about putting up the points with a 91-yard touchdown run? On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Coming after it. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They're bringing heat. Keeps it going. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Looking for a gap. It's Higgins.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Now the toss. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback will audible. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the